Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I guess good afternoon now.
Mm. Alan, I can't answer your phone or look at your phone. I see Miss Natika is trying to get in the building. Hello, Dr. Natika.
Uh-oh. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
We can. Hey
Happy
there,
New
young lady.
Year.
How are you?
I'm good. Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy
Happy
New
New Year
Year.
indeed. How are you doing, Miss Award winner?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Absolutely, I'm talking to you.
I'm doing well. New year. It's a new year. It's a
Yay.
clean start. It's a clean slate. So
There we go.
I'm doing very well.
Yay. I'm excited. I'm excited. We got to hang out with Natika. What's that? Right before Thanksgiving, right? Yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving at the conference.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Where you won? Tell us again, what award was it officially that you won?
Um, it is the 2025 Texas Counseling Association Research Award.
Research award. There we go. And you actually got your physical award back now, right? Or they made you another one, is what it was, right?
It's in the works. As a matter of fact, I need to follow up with TCA. That's one of the things on my list to email today to find out where we are with getting my award, my
That
duplicate,
is
I guess, sent back to me. So,
right. That is crazy.
I
That is
mean,
crazy. Mm.
exactly.
But that's all right. They even if you don't have the award, they still can't take it away from you because you earned it.
Okay, and I got pictures of me with it before it suddenly disappeared. So,
Before it
I
disappears.
keep a good receipt.
I love it. I love it. Well, Natika, go ahead and kick us off with a couple of wins. We know that that's a huge one right there, Miss 2025 Research Award. But what other wins did you have? Kind of give us a summary of, some things you took away from 2025, some things you learned, some things that you're moving into 2026 with. Give us some wins that happened that you're looking forward to continuing on for this year.
Yeah, I'll say 2025 was it was an interesting year. It was full of highs and lows. And so what I will say that I'm taking away from it is um, the importance of, not that I didn't know this, but I know it, I feel like on a deeper level, the importance of incorporating rest and being mindful, not just for myself, but communicating to my clients and others who I serve that, rest is really not earned. It's not something that you have to, wait to earn it and accomplish all these things before you give yourself permission to rest. And so, I've really been leaning into unapologetically resting. And if that means disappearing, and I really don't care if you wondering like where you at, why you ain't showing up here, there, and everywhere, because I'm not. Because I'm not. Mm-mm. So that's my big takeaway for
I love it.
2025. And wins, I will say restructuring my business as I'm moving more into the teaching space
Hmm.
and really conceptualizing working less um, and putting less time and energy, but still getting the outcomes and the income that's necessary to sustain me in my lifestyle. So that is something I'm really leaning more into, that I have the space to do so. The mental capacity, I'll say, and physical capacity. And then I'm trying to think. Oh, another win is I recently just learned that I was chosen um out of a pool of participants. I'm going through the email now, to be on an inaugural, I should say, advisory board for the Black Mental Health Symposium. So we start meeting
Mm.
this month, actually. So I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited about that.
Yay, that is exciting. You're gonna have to keep us updated on that. That sounds phenomenal.
Thank you. I will.
Look at you, just killing the game, Dr. Natika. I love it. I'm here for it. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're able to roll through your busy schedule. You know, we know everybody wants Natika's attention, so that's awesome.
Stop.
Miss Anika, give us the rundown. 2025,
Yeah.
what are your let's do two things. Your takeaways from 2025 that you're carrying into 2026, and give us a win that you've had over, say, the last week or over 2025, whatever you choose.
What I'm taking from 2025 into 2026 would be my CEO days, um, and like being more disciplined. I think there are certain parts of the year, I guess first half of the year, I feel like I was disciplined in certain areas. Not that it fell off necessarily in the last part of the year, but I was more disciplined in other areas in the last part of the year. So I want to keep that up because I saw the positive results of being more disciplined in that area. And your second question was when, sorry.
Wins.
Oh man, like I didn't work. My kids were very helpful in that not working, especially this last week and a half. I think I have never been more ready for school to start than I am now. Yeah, when you wake up and you can't get out of bed for 3 hours because there's literally a person on you in the middle, one on one side and one on the other. You're like, can I go pee? No? Okay. So I will, the win is I did follow through with not working because they just wouldn't let me. So it was great.
Not bad, not bad. And then give me a win, Tammy and Ebony. Will y'all give me a win, or either win or a takeaway that you're carrying? Give me a takeaway that you're taking into 2026. Who's gonna go first? Tammy?
Okay, I'll go first. A takeaway is definitely being a little bit more patient and understanding through a different lens. All situations aren't, I can't look at all situations through my own personal experience. Everyone have other experience and being compassionate to that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Miss Ebony, what do
Hey,
you have?
Um,
Jonathan, welcome in.
Or as Jonathan would say, Ebony
Jonathan.
with two B's. What you got?
Um, my, I guess I'm opposite of Tammy with the patience, because I think I have an unlimited patience with people, and if, I think I need to have less patience. I guess I can have more compassion,
Hmm.
um, but less patience. I think the patience is maybe my downfall. I,
Hmm.
so not that I want to get rid of it, but I do want to have more prompting for people,
Hmm.
and then showing more empathy for situations. Um, so that may be what I would take away from 2025 to 26.
Okay. I love it. Jonathan, we're gonna hit you up. What do you have in 2025 that went well that you want to be intentional about taking into 2026?
Okay. I'm never prepared for these. Okay.
But
What I
yet you
have in
always
20,
ace it though.
You said what I have in 2025 that I want to
Yeah,
take with me into
what's the takeaway? Yep, that you had a revelation, some positive, a win that happened in 2025 that you want to carry over into 2026.
All right, I think, just because we're in this moment, we're talking about this. I think from one of the meetings we had a few weeks back, I was talking about just ways to like little things you do to little extra hustles to bring in a little money or whatever. So I think from since then it's been like on my head, right? Just like, all right, what do I do? I've been coming up with all these ideas, writing stuff down. And I think taking it with me, I'm thinking about that because just earlier today I was kind of messing around on my website or whatever, which I ain't good with none of that stuff. And I was able to put something together that when I put it together, I was like, oh shit, it look all right. So I was like, okay. And just to be able to do something. So basically what I came up with is I'm gonna do some groups for like teenagers and so I
Nice.
don't know, I just put it together and I was just surprised by that. So that's something I took from 2025, kind of listening, but I see myself now actually putting the action into it in 2026.
Oh, that's good.
Literally, because it's
Perfect.
2026, I was like, I gotta actually do something. I can't just sit on my ass. So
There
yeah.
you go. As I always say, action takers and money makers. You got to take the action for it to happen. I love it. That's a really good one, Jonathan. That's a really good one. Miss Portia, hello. Happy New Year, young lady. Give us the rundown. Sorry, I know I know it's lunchtime. I'm gonna pick on you. Give us a takeaway that you had in 2025 that you are taking into and hope to grow or expand on or build a foundation on in 2026.
So many things. But I'll choose one. I'm currently still on sabbatical. My first day back in the office is on Thursday. And um, as always, I need more room than everybody else. It's because I got two things.
Go for it.
Thing
We got
number
the space for
one,
you.
thing number one is unless the world turns on its axis or something, this month away in December is something I'm never gonna give up. Until you actually have the opportunity to be still on the inside and the outside, you do not realize how activated your nervous system is. There are about 25 lessons to that itself, but just right, making space to be still. The work and trusting that the work is going to be there, the clients are going to be okay, the business is going to be all right, the kids and the family, it'll happen, right? It'll come together if you are being intentional throughout. Um, you don't have to do all this hard, heavy hustling. That's the other lesson. Is I realized in retrospect that I spent this year, last year, the year before that, the year before that, investigating and making master classes and modeling and trying to figure out, how to get my practice to look like that. But I was paying attention to people who are working really hard. I don't want to work really hard. I want to work really smart. And so what I'm carrying over into 2026 is I'm releasing myself from this idea that you got to stay up late. You got to be the first one up. You got to be the last one to leave to make money, because I did some things at the end of the year that made me some good money, and they weren't hard at all, right? The intensives, I know me and Anika had talked a lot. Did them, went off without a hitch, money in the bank. um, the vision quest I usually do. This was the first year I did it virtual, so it was on Zoom. Helped me
Mm,
really niche down like the community subscription membership thing that I want to do.
mm-hmm.
And so I've decided that I am going to work out and rework my calendar to figure out how, number one, I can take a week off at least every quarter. You know,
Mm,
my office hours are Monday through Thursday, and then I do admin stuff on Fridays. But I'm gonna figure out how to take a whole week off every quarter
mm,
and keep my December off and keep my money.
mm. Let's go.
So
I'm
that's
here for it. I'm here for it. I love that. I am living for all of that.
I'm too old to be working hard. Anybody else in here, Gen X? See, just one of us. The rest of y'all can do work hard. I did that. I did that for 20 years.
Time out. I should have added, I'm trying to get some Gen Z mentality. Alan and I were laughing the other day about how millennials are just ridiculous. We'll go out. I think we went, what was that, Alan? I did 3 concerts in a week. It was like
Mm-hmm.
2 at the rodeo, 1 Chris Brown. You know, Chris Brown was not early. Didn't get home before 2 a.m. a single night. Got up and went to work
Hey,
every day. Like, now I was in my 20s then. I'm still in my 20s because I'm still 25. But, anyway. So
if you say so.
right. I don't have to do math if I stick with 25. No, but I was like, millennials will get up, hungover, go to work.
I used to do it.
No.
Go to work in my same clothes.
So I'm trying to adopt a little bit of the Gen Z mentality of I'm gonna take my
Right?
mental health day. Like I said,
Yes.
I'm not going to be the first one up. I'm not going to be the last one in the office. I'm not going to do, some of those things like take rest. Like, sis, it's okay.
Sit down somewhere.
Sit down
Wait,
somewhere.
hold
Yeah.
on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Because I don't remember the millennials that I worked with did all that.
Oh, we see, we're the early millennials.
We're old
We're not these born in the
millennials.
90s millennials. We the old millennials. We like,
Because the millennials I work with have less loyalty to any job that I know.
we
I don't
had
know.
way
Maybe I
too
work
much
with a bunch
loyalty
of.
to a
Those are
job.
the ones I know.
Yeah, that's a
I don't
fact.
know.
That's
I don't
me.
know the ones like you. That's just you, I think.
That's me. I never had a job more than 3 years in my entire life. So,
I
Yeah, they
love
don't
that that's
say.
a flex for you.
yeah. It is.
I love it.
I can't stay nowhere.
I had parents who would get up like 2 hours before they needed to leave the house. Like my daddy worked at NASA till he retired recently, and he drove 50 miles to work, 50 miles home. He had to be to work at 6 o'clock. He was up at 3:45.
Yeah.
Daddy, why?
This
Like
is
the TV was watching.
this is a
But he was
special
up early.
breed.
And
You just
those
a
are the
special
people I
breed.
was raised by, right? So I was
Same.
always taught that work hard was the way
Yes. Yep.
home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hard,
Sir.
struggle
Oh.
work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't
Work
grow
at
up
a job
hungry.
30, 40 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I ain't
Mm-mm.
got it in me. My baby just
Take
turned
off.
13. My baby child turned 13. And my birthday is in 8 days. And I'm going to be
Early
53.
birthday.
I can't keep up this pace.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That is so, but yes, we're definitely we're older millennials. I've heard we're zennials, almost kind of that.
That sound more like.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
that blend between old millennial and Gen X.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were just talking about that. It's like, man, we in our 20s be up all night and then but still get up and go to work. But like, wait, you got PTO days?
And
Why are
didn't
you
have
not
none
taking
of it.
off?
And do the work. Would be like, do I really need to use my PTO if I'm not going out of town? Because we go out of country in a minute. Like, do I really need to use my
Oh
PTO? No, I just go
man.
to work. It's just the flu. I'll just,
Yeah, I
cover
never
up and
use my PTO to be sick.
that part.
Well, that's true. That is very true
I be
too.
sick on the job.
I'll never forget one day I was accounting supervisor and no this was when I was this is when I was a staff accountant in San Antonio and I had I had just had pneumonia and I just had pneumonia and I thought I was good. I was like, "Oh, I'm feeling better today, okay, let me go. Let me get back to work." Man, I went into work. I sat in front of that computer. I shared an office with my boss, and she looked at me. She's like, "You don't feel well, do you?" I was like, "No, I think I'm okay." About 10 minutes later, she looked at me. She's like, "Go home. Why are you here?" I was like, "You know what? You right. You right. I'm
And you
about
know
to go
what?
home.
He's allowed to be sick, like legit sick, once a decade with me because of that pneumonia experience. I had to
Wow.
call his mom and say, "Come get it.
Not in
Just come
mom.
Yeah.
get it.
That
Just
was
come."
serious.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's just kind of, but to your point, it's kind of that hard work mentality. But you know, my thing is now it's like exactly what you're saying, Portia. And I think something for us to take away. The one thing I've kind of my takeaway that I've learned last year is think about this. This is crazy when you think about it, but all the money you ever need in life is in somebody else's pocket. You just have to find a compelling way to for them to give it to you.
And they don't have to
You
give it to you a little at a time.
they do not. You just have to make sure that the value that you're giving them is worth more than the price that they're paying for it. That's it. That's the key to life. All the money you ever need is in somebody else's pocket. You just haven't given them reason enough or value enough for them to give it to you.
My
It's as
clients were
simple as that.
ecstatic about the end of year intensive, and that's what I'm calling it, the end of year
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh intensive.
Mm-hmm.
These are people who met their deductibles,
Mm-hmm.
right? Had time and opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
saw the value in it. I wrote the
Mm-hmm.
curriculum, and I thought,
Mm.
if I could do this as an intensive, I could also do this as a CEU workshop and not have to do the same work again.
There you go. There you go. I love it. We're here about working harder, working smarter, not
Smarter,
harder.
smarter.
Absolutely. Good. Well, this is a perfect lead into what we've got today. Because there's a couple things I want to go over as we're talking about planning and making this your best year yet. Oh, hold on, let me see.
Sorry, that
Somebody's
might be
getting it.
me.
Oh,
That's me. I need to
getting.
switch and go get in the
Oh,
car.
okay. No worries. Okay, here we go. All right, let me see. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So here's what we want to do. We want to make this your best year yet, and plan out um 2026 appropriately. So here's what I want us to do is, and like I say, this lines up so perfect. We're reframing 2026 as a CEO year. We don't need you to do more in 2026. We just want you to lead differently. Just like what the and I mean, Portia, you just absolutely nailed it. What you said is what I wanted to get to today. And then even what Anika said on setting up CEO days, because I think those are critical to take that time to think about, hey, what can I do to, what's the offer I can make end of year intensives? What can I set up that is valuable for a client that is worth more than, a $90 session to them? You know what I mean? I know we've talked about it a few different times, but I really want this to be the year where you guys kind of take some of that away. And so here's the reflection question that I have. If nothing changed in your practice in 2026, what will feel most disappointing 1 year from now? So if you have something for that one, you can put in the chat. But this is what I just want you guys to be thinking about is like, because thinking about it in this manner lets you know what the biggest thing that you need to change this year. So if nothing changed in your practice this year, what would feel most disappointing? Well, whatever that thing is, that's the thing that we need to change. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that is, working too much. Maybe that's like say, being up super early, not laying down till, super late. Maybe that's only having, sessions as your main source of income. Maybe we need to diversify more. Whatever the case might be, I want you guys to think about that is what is the and saying this in another way, what is the biggest thing that you need to change in your practice going into this year? Which biggest thing you need to change is what would be most disappointing that if you didn't change it. Yes. Ooh, I love that one. That's a good one. Having to be present for every transaction. Yes. Bingo. That's a good one. All right. So, our mindset number one is revenue is a responsibility. Profit is sustainable because guess what? More margins equals more freedom, which allows you to give better care because you don't have to have as many sessions. You don't have to work as much. This gives you the time and freedom to do the other things like rearranging your schedule just like what you were saying, Portia. Hey, I want to rearrange my schedule to figure out how I don't have to wait until December to take some time off. I'm taking off a week a quarter, because that's the time that you need to rest, reflect. One, live the life that you want to live, and but make sure that your practice is built, around you and around what you want to do. So I think that is critical for that. Um, so here's a reflection question on that. What belief do I currently hold about money or profit that might be limiting my practice? I'm gonna throw that one out there to y'all. If you want to put it in the chat or come off mute, just kind of let me know what money or profit,
I got
what would
something.
what belief. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, I got something. I think it's changing, right? It's kind of like what Portia just mentioned. I feel like jumping off into this, I felt like the money is gonna come from me sitting in front
Hmm.
of somebody and you paying me for this time, but that ain't really that's not the move, right? So
That's not the
Hmm.
I'm
move.
I'm changing that. Yeah, I'm learning new thoughts.
There we go. There we go. That's beautiful. I love it. Um, ooh, good one, Portia. That I have to be present to win. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't want,
That's
how
a good
you
one.
used to get those little raffle tickets and
Yep, yep.
they say you must be present to win.
Hmm.
Um, I don't want to have to be present to win. If they call my name, I just want to be able to claim my prize.
Absolutely. I love it.
That's a fact.
Right? Right? That's a good one. I'm gonna pick on you, Natika. Give us one. Give us one money belief that you might have.
I will say it's similar to what's already been said, and
Hmm.
I don't think I have that mindset anymore. It's something that
Hmm.
I've grown through, but that the money comes with the one-on-one. Like
Hmm.
in order for me to make money as a therapist, I have to have, the one-on-one clients. But I've learned over the last 3 years or so, 4 years or whatnot, that no, it doesn't have to be one-on-one. There's so many different ways. I really feel like we're fortunate as therapists to have multiple, like to be able to use our creativity, our intellectual property, our training and experience to create multiple streams of income. And really the sky's the limit when it comes to creativity, especially because we have technology at our fingertips. And I am Gen X, and I remember when we didn't have technology. I remember where you did have to show up to make your coins. And so to pivot from that to where we are now in 2026, it takes a different mindset. It takes a different set of skills, and you have to be willing to learn it and to put it into action. So that's what I've learned is taking action and not letting fear stop me from all the creative ideas and things that I know that will make me money, but just taking the risk and doing it because there are people out there who are looking for me, who need me, and I need to just step out and present what my offers are.
Absolutely. And
Can I add a little
go
something
ahead. Go ahead.
to
Go
what
ahead, Portia.
Natika is saying? If we do not do what you just outlined, if we don't lean into the technology, some people are still sitting over in the corner fighting about whether or not the technology is going to put us out of business. It ain't going to put me out of business.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, GPT can't figure out how to be
That part.
me. But not everybody
Facts.
believes that. So I'm gonna allow those people to wrestle with their own fear because the
Hmm.
people who don't lean in right now and the people who don't figure it out right now are gonna be left with the crumbs
Hmm.
of the people who do.
Hmm.
That part.
Yeah.
I could not agree more. I could not agree more. I think in this day and age of just where technology is gone, where AI has gone and will go, it is really just more of a supplement to anything to and but for those who use it, because there's so many people who are still scared to use it. And you know what? That's cool. I'll you could keep doing that and I'll just lap you because I'm gonna still be me. Nobody can replace you or what you do, but I'm gonna use this other tools in my tool belt to help me become better, to help me streamline, to help me do more in less time so you don't have to work around the clock. So absolutely. I love that. Mm, let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, next up, your calendar is a leadership tool. How many of y'all go by this? Like if it's not on your calendar, it's not typically happening. See, okay. Okay, that is me too. That is what I figured. And so because of that, as CEOs, we have to plan first, then serve.
Mm.
And burnout shows up in the calendar before it shows up emotionally. So to your point, when you have those super long days that are stacked and stacked and stacked and stacked, well, hey, how can we rearrange that from the front end to where that's going to be a tough day, a tough week, a tough month when all of those things happen. So how do we be a little bit more proactive in that to make sure that those things don't line up? Um, and then hey, when you look at your current calendar, what does it say about your priorities? So that's something to think about there. So I want to use your calendar this year as a tool to make sure that you are lining up everything appropriately. Hey, when I need to make, when I need to have some creative space time, like what we're talking about, using different tools, creating that next offer, figuring these things out, you have to have the time to do it. So you have to put it in your calendar because, like I say, not everybody works like this, but for most people, like if it's not on the calendar, it's not happening.
Mhm.
So setting that time aside, I think is paramount. Or when it's not on the calendar, other things typically tend to creep in and you don't get done what you initially want to get done. So that's why I want to lead from the front with a calendar to make sure that you're putting these things down. One of the biggest things that I do myself, and I definitely fell off on this, I'd say probably the last quarter of last year, is just having an actual planner. Who actually has a actual physical planner that you write in? Natika, you have one. Tiana has one. Do you have one, Portia?
No, I've tried all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was having that conversation with somebody this morning.
Uh-huh.
Electronic works best for me because I need to have
Okay.
it right here.
Yeah, just right there. Okay, I
Mhm.
got you. What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah, that's still an area in life I'm growing in. I have everything, but do I use it properly? Am I
I use
writing
it right.
everything down as I need to? No. Am I plugging it in as I need to? No, but I have it. I like
Got
I
it.
like I
Okay.
like writing things better, but just kind of how
Yeah.
Portia was saying, sometimes I leave my plan. I have it written down, but then I leave it somewhere. So it's like, oh man, I should have just put it in my
Yeah,
calendar.
look,
But my
got
wife,
one, but
yeah. My wife is really good at it. So the family stuff, I got all that updated in the calendar. But like my
Right.
personal stuff,
and for
sometimes I
me,
double book.
Understood.
and when I update my digital calendar, it updates my calendars everywhere. It
Yeah. Yeah.
updates in Google, it updates in Simple Practice, it
Yeah.
updates on my phone,
Hmm.
on my laptop, on my desktop.
Okay. See, and like I say, I know this is one where everybody's a little bit different, but here's the tip I have for the people who are digital. Let's see, Natika, you have physical and digital. Keep up more than the digital and I do with the physical, though. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm somebody who, as we talk about a zennial, because I like the writing piece of it, but we just so live in such a digital world. Here's one thing I've done is how about digitally, at least having one space, whether that's a Google Doc or a whatever you use where you keep all your ongoing tasks that you need to do. And then later you can put that into, your calendar. You have your full list of tasks because I noticed one of the things that I had is I had like 3 or 4 different spaces, even digitally, where there would be things to do. I need to get this done. Hey, Natika asked me for this. Jonathan asked for this. Hey, Tammy needs me to look at this. Hey, I need to research this. I had so many different places for those things. And so I was like, hey, I've got to consolidate that. So for digital people, having one checklist, one document, one space where you can add, because as y'all know, as our brains just go and go, you'll be out somewhere and just thinking, oh, wait, I needed to look into that. Or, oh, hey, there's this thing I need to research. It's maybe not a right now thing, but I need to get to it. Having that thing quickly on your phone and not in an email draft because I used to do that too, but not in an email draft, but an actual digital document of some sorts. The easiest ones might be like just one Google Doc that you go to, whatever the case might be, find your thing. But that could be a great tool to have. Just have that pulled up on your phone, boom, could click it, make a quick note, and then when you're sitting down at your computer, hey, let me go put that into the calendar or, whatever the case might be, or hey, if you have time to put into your calendar then. But that is one hack that I've learned that I got better at the end of last year. And then also, like I say, I want to get more into my physical calendar because I still like that. I like planning out my weeks in my physical calendar. Because it helps me see, the goals, what I need to do, what I need to check off. But just realistically, we're in a digital world, so having something like that, I think, helps too. Focus beats hustle. Focus beats hustle. Growth comes from clarity, not doing everything. I mean, I feel like you could have led this session today, Portia. You just you just hit on so many things that I was going over today, which is why I was like, oh, this is such an alignment. This is such an alignment.
I'm open
Um,
to a 1099K position.
bet I got you. I love, hey, we are talking about, speaking of, if anybody is interested, we are talking about having we're gonna do guest hosts probably at least once a month in the Achievement Academy. Just giving you guys different perspectives, having you guys lead from a therapist perspective and what other therapists need to know. So FYI, we are doing something like that too. Um but yes, growth comes from clarity, not doing everything. One strong priority beats 5 half-finished ones.
Mm.
Um, so that is definitely something we want to be taken into mind. So think about this, and I want to know y'all's thoughts on this. Where are you spreading yourself too thin right now in your practice or in life? It could be life too, because we know life affects the business too. Where are you spreading yourself too thin right now? Wait, what are you saying, Tiana? You need help with what? Finish is the hard part. What do you? I'm gonna go to you first. What are you saying on that?
Y'all are making jokes about 1099 stuff, and I said I need help.
Oh, I got you. Finish is the hard part. Yes. Uh, well, Tiana, I'm gonna land on you. Where are you spreading yourself too thin right now?
Everywhere. Y'all, I literally just sent an email to my boss and was like, these staff members of mine, they're getting performance reviews ASAP. And people might be getting fired this year because it was getting to the point, like I was so burned out last year, mostly because I was doing my job and other people's jobs. And
Mm-hmm.
so I already told them when I ended last year, we wasn't doing that in 2026. And
Mm-hmm.
now we come in with receipts. So people getting evaluations, people getting written up. I'm not playing that this year.
Mm-mm. Nope. Because
So
if I'm having to do your job, why are you here? What's the
exactly.
purpose? I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Anybody else have one? Where are you spreading yourself too thin? Oh, Portia thin area. Uh,
Face to
FTF individual. Oh,
yeah.
face to face
I've seen too
individual
many people.
sessions. Yep.
Here's my analogy. I want to be like Coach in Louis Vuitton, right? You don't ever see them on sale. There's never a 20% off sale. There's never a sale sign in the window. And people are willing to stand in line just to go in there and look around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very
Period.
true.
Right? So I want to see less people with more impact.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I couldn't agree more. All righty. Yes, definitely say that, Portia. Um, 2026 vision setting. So annual goals should support your life, not just your business. CEOs think about outcomes, not efforts. Outcomes, not efforts. And so with that, I want you guys to kind of think about a couple different things. So annual goal categories, naturally, hey, how much money do I want to make this year? What's the time and capacity that I want to spend to make said amount of money? Um, what am I doing in my practice? Is it growing? Am I simplifying? Am I adjusting, changing? Kind of like what you mentioned earlier, Natika. Like, hey, you're doing a few more things in the teaching space, so we kind of have to rearrange, a few different things. CEO, personal well-being. That's something we have to think about too. So here's what I want us to take pen to paper, or as we talk about digital, fingers to keyboard even. Think about a few different, no more than like 3 to 5 annual goals this year that I want you to write down. And that document I mentioned, once again, not in an email draft, in something where you actually look at. But, think about this as you're thinking about your goals. If your practice fully supported your life in 2026, what would be different? So, what goals do we need to set for that to happen? And which area of your business needs the most intentional leadership from you so that it does support your life and so that we can achieve our goals. So, I'm gonna take a couple minutes. I'll give you guys just a couple minutes to write those down, but just think about, hey, for 2026, and for Portia and Tiana, it's probably easy for y'all because y'all already had kind of vision board parties and whatnot and kind of laid it out. But think about a few different goals that you guys want to reach this year, and then I will want you to think about it, and then I want everybody to share at least one goal that you have for this year. So I give everybody just a couple minutes to write that down. All right, anybody have a goal down that they'd like to share?
I can share.
Go for it.
So I have a few. One, this is something that's been on my list of things to do for a very long time. I just kind of been winging it,
Hmm.
but I am going to create a actual program and system for my interns.
Hmm.
Um, and so I've already started on that. I have a new intern starting in a couple weeks, and so she'll pretty much be my test dummy for that, and also the person who's going to be ironing it out because I have the bones of it. It just needs to be on paper so that way the next person that comes in, it'll be smoother. So she'll be my test dummy on that, but also the person iron out the kinks. So that's number one. Number two, y'all will be so proud of me. I've been on the TikTok. I got my numbers up.
Hey.
I saw you.
See, look, I'm over here getting busy, y'all. Get my name out there. And so I'm gonna stay consistent with that because I know I'm trying to get Jonathan and Brandon and my whole collective on board with getting on TikTok for our series. We'll see if they bite or not. But we're starting in on YouTube. So I said that to say goal number 2 is to stay consistent with the series that we got coming out. Every day is Black Mental Health Day. And so we're going to start that this January the 23rd at 2. So if y'all are available, tune in. And then my last goal is to still do speaking, but kind of slow down. Like I ain't trying to do what I did last year. I do still want to go to just as many maybe conferences, but be in the audience, not necessarily presenting at all of them. So my goal is just to maybe presenting. But with that, though, I'm going to be pouring into myself and figuring out how I can present my own presentations for CEUs. And so that I can get that money instead of giving it to them.
I like that. That's fantastic. All right. Well, let's get it, Dr. Charles. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Oh no, I was just gonna jump in on her because she said something that kind of stood out to me. So I feel like something I wrote down is be more outgoing because I really don't like doing stuff. I'm not on nothing, and I don't even like she was talking about presenting and stuff. I don't like talking in front of people and all of that. So like that's something I'm trying to get my head around. So I've been building up my confidence in that area so I can start trying to attack that. And I got whatever little financial goals or whatever. But something big for me, I want to be able to create some type of mental health outdoor experience, whether it be hiking or camping or some shit but like on some Black people type stuff, like because we do that stuff too, and just loop it all in, but like a big thing, not no little thing, but like something big.
Jonathan, you should reach out to me. I'm in 2 or 3 adult camping groups.
Oh, that's what's up.
What we do, right?
Okay.
We outdoor camp, we RV camp, we do Airbnb in Oklahoma.
I'm with it. I do all of it, so all the same.
It's us, and it's a vibe.
I know. I know. I know.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah. What? Where are you, Jonathan?
I'm like in like Tomball.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My people live in Humble, Tomball.
Yeah. Okay.
All over Houston. Yep.
Yeah. I go everywhere. All the state parks, all that. I do all that good stuff.
We had to find. Dope. There are a couple that are very friendly to large brown skin groups.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna rock with you. We definitely gonna link up and create something.
Yes, I love that. Yes, yeah. Y'all got to connect on that. Phenomenal. I love it. Anybody else have one? What's the goal of yours, Portia?
Oh, look, I got it. Okay. I'm gonna give you 2 things. Of course, I'm trying to reduce my face-to-face individual hours. Here is one thing I really want to focus on. I too had a big goal last year and the year before to attend a lot of conferences, and I made that happen. I got to go to some conferences. I got to present. I think I presented like 5 times last year. So I know I can do that now, right? What I want to be able to do is to travel profitably. Wherever I show up, I want to be able
Mm-hmm.
to make money. So I
Mm.
want to be able to align, right, what I do with who I am, with where I am. I want to be able to take my children if I want to. I told y'all about this retreat in Bali that I got invited to
Mm-hmm.
facilitate
Mm-hmm.
it. And I just flat out asked the lady, and kudos to you, Tiana, for just saying, hey, I'm trying to get my following up on TikTok. Just follow me. It wasn't a big old speech. It was just follow me. And everybody was like, got it. So I asked the lady who was hosting the retreat in Bali, I said, hey, I got this 13-year-old and the idea of leaving her at home for 8 days, because it takes like 30 hours to get to Bali. I said, I'm not going to be able to do that, but I would really love, to come. She said, bring her. She said,
Love it.
bring her. I said, that's like, that could be part of my deal or whatever. She said, yeah, bring her. So,
Wow.
yeah, my 13-year-old and I are supposed to be going to Bali in April. Yeah, I'm excited.
I gotta get my
I know.
shit together, Portia. You out here. I don't know, man. I like you, motivation
But
every
baby, I've
time I
been
listen to
hustling for
you.
a long time though.
You feel
See,
me? I'm trying.
you
I'm
knew,
trying to get
you
it.
knew, and I'm school. You knew, and I'm school. I've been
Ah,
here
Okay.
for a minute.
Well, I'm listening. I'm trying to pick up game wherever I
But yeah,
go.
so
hey, there you
I
go.
just asked her. I said, I can't. I don't want to leave my daughter at home. Am I gonna
Yeah,
have number
absolutely.
one? Because they're paying room and board. Am I gonna have a private room? Is it
Right.
gonna be secure? What is the setup gonna be? And I said, and they rolled in like all the excursions and meals, dinner in or dinner out is on
Yeah.
me for me. And I said,
Mm.
I gotta bring my daughter. And she
Yeah.
didn't even blink. She said, bet.
Do it. I love it. Let's go, Portia. That's exciting. That is exciting. We are getting it this year.
So we're going to plan a big layover. And this is what I mean about
Oh, I
profitable,
love that.
showing up profitable where you are. So we're going to try to get
Yeah.
like a day and a half layover and stay in Korea for a day.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excited.
And that is a great way to have another like little mini trip.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Anika and I did that when we went to a few years back. We went to Brazil
Mm-hmm.
for the first time and loved it. And so we at that point, neither one of us had been to Miami, so we had a long layover in Miami. So we're just like, hey, we're gonna go and spend it. We got there super early in the morning. Like, we just gonna spend a whole day in
Yeah,
Miami. Our
that's
flight
how you
leaves
do
tonight.
it.
Just make a whole day of it. So yeah, that's a good way to plan a mini trip in a trip. So I love that.
And then, if I'm correct, my CPA would say even during that, like, I think it's like a 20-hour layover, any food and things are still considered a business
Absolutely.
because
It
I'm on
absolutely
my
is.
way somewhere.
Absolutely. Still fully deductible. And because it's travel, 100%. Everything you do kind of in between there. Yep.
Can I write? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting a
Go
session now.
ahead.
Can I write off her airfare?
Yes. Well, hold on. Let's see. Because we are going to, yes. Because what we could do, we have a board meeting while you're there. And so then you get travel for board members. And
Oh yeah, because
obviously your
she is
daughter would
on
be on your board.
there. Mhm.
Absolutely. Yep. So yes.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay.
how we do it. See, there's usually a way. And then Dr. Natika, give us one of your goals.
Okay. One of my goals is to add a consulting and training arm to my business, something I've been wanting to
Mm,
do for quite a while, but I'm
mm-hmm.
just now having the capacity to really focus on it. So that's something that I am really honing in on getting started in 2026.
I love it.
Yep.
Okay, let me see here.
Yeah, excuse me real quick. I wanted to ask
Go ahead.
Portia, where are you located?
I'm in the Dallas area.
Okay.
Yeah. But all my people, I graduated from PV. All my people in Houston.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I travel, so it don't matter. I get around. For sure.
Hey.
Dallas nice. I might move to Dallas. I just want to go somewhere else. You like Dallas? You from Dallas though, huh?
I am born and raised here. I've been all over the world. I came back here, made some babies, and bought a house.
Okay. Yeah. You got
Yep.
the Dallas accent, so I can see you
Yep.
from there.
Straight out of Oak Cliff.
Yeah. You got it.
Straight out of Oak Cliff.
Oh, Cliff, that's my hood.
Word. That's where I learned my hustle skills. See, this is my strategy, right? My get it doneness comes from Oak
Yeah,
Cliff. Yeah.
I love it.
I respect it.
And Tiana, thanks for sharing the link or the picture. You got to post that in the community as well. And then we can also promote that to January 23rd, 2 p.m. Can you do a cross promotion YouTube kind of thing? Can you have multiple YouTube channels on one stream? Does anybody know if
I
that's a
think
thing?
so, but I ain't never went live on YouTube. But I'm trying to do it through Restream. I just need to re-practice on Restream because I ain't streaming on nothing. And
Okay.
Restream, they're able to share to their platforms too.
Mhm.
And maybe look
Mm,
at StreamYard.
mm,
StreamYard was trying to tax me though.
Oh, where they?
mm. Because because reason why I say that because I that would be super dope because if we could even post that to our to our my YouTube channel to try to get more people into it. I'd be game for that too. Try to help promote it as well. Because I think that's super important. Um so yeah, we'll talk about it and figure it out. Because we are, heck, I'll tell you, one of my goals I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lean more into, speaking of YouTube, I'm trying to do more YouTube videos.
Mhm.
Um, because I've learned, as y'all know, a lot of therapists are DIYers. And where do DIYers go? YouTube.
YouTube.
And so I am trying to we have a pretty good presence. We more than doubled our subscribers this past year, but I want to do that even more in 2026. So actually y'all will be seeing this because I'm doing a 30-day stint where I'm dropping a YouTube video each day on 30 days to financial clarity. So starting today, first YouTube is going out today, and so I'm gonna be batch recording as well. So y'all will see that come across your feeds. And feel free to share the YouTube channel with anybody you know in your circles. But yeah, so that's one of our internal goals. And then plus I'm excited. We got a lot of new stuff rolling out for y'all this year. Um as we roll into tax season, as we roll into, trying to get you guys better clarity and understanding on your numbers. We've updated our client portal to make it a little bit easier to have some more information. So all that fun stuff to come. So I'm very excited about that for 2026. The team and I've been working hard in the background the last couple months trying to streamline a few different things. So I'm super excited about that for you guys. And want y'all's feedback as you see it, because this is all for y'all. So keep us posting and let us know. So with that, what I want to do is I have a few more things I want to go over because as we're talking about planning out your calendar, as we talk about being a, fully functioning CEO in your business, in your life this year, I want to dive into CEO days and dive into some quarterly planning and goals as well. But what I'm going to do because we're rolling up on time, we're going to do a part two of, 2026 kickoff next week where we're going to dive a little bit more into the CEO days. I'm going to have a fully fledged document for you guys where you can really have a checklist on your CEO day. So I think it's going to be really helpful. And then we're going to go into a few different monthly things and kind of get some plans for those CEO days, what those look like. But we're going to do that next week. So it'll be a part two of kicking off 2026 as a CEO next Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel, as they used to say. But once again, appreciate you guys. And as always, remember the sooner you get to your dream practice, the longer you get to enjoy it, and we're to help you every step of the way. Have a blessed Monday. See y'all next week. Let us know if you need
Thank
anything in the
you.
meantime. Bye, y'all.